If you've looked at the Wuthering Waves timeline over the last few days, you might have gotten the impression that the community is on fire. Well, no, because the Gacha space Twitter is always on fire, the place and the source of the dumbest possible takes ever made in mankind. Like, these people have to learn at some point, right? Some thoughts are best kept as thoughts. Like here in this video, we have accusations of plagiarism. Apparently, Wuthering Waves is copying HoYoverse. Have we heard of this accusation before? Oh yes, 1,000 times. It happened again for the 1,001st time. But this one seems to be incredibly stupid, at least in my opinion. We have a dedicated subreddit for the upcoming male character that has descended into literal mental illness, like literally analog horror. They are coping in arguably the weirdest way possible. But if you're not a part of it, like from the outside looking in, this is such an entertaining topic to talk about, it's crazy. And we have a reveal trailer introduced by 𝗖𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗵𝗁 again, and it caused the storm again. The reactions to that video is just overwhelmingly crazy. But anyways, all of this drama is revolving around a single unit. I have no idea how to pronounce her name. Aemeath? Wife. But for the simplicity of this video, I will just call her Amy. Ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, the holidays are over, and Kuro Games has decided to wake everyone up with a slap on the face. I am gonna be real before going on, I gotta admit, I am a little late getting on this one. I just got out of a 2-week holiday and it's been amazing, but I'm ready to lock in and pay my editor's bills. So if you could hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, it would really help convince the algorithm and the people that I still exist. I would appreciate it so much. Sometimes it feels like our path is already written in stone, but today's sponsor, 𝗖𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, wants to hand you the deck and let you reshuffle it. Their slogan really says it all, where myths shuffle and fates mingle. This is an epoch-spanning mythic card RPG that is currently in its pre-registration phase, and honestly, the vibe here is a complete departure from what you are used to in the genre. Most mobile RPGs are bright, flashy, and loud. 𝗖𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 goes the opposite direction with this incredibly distinct, dark, and elegant art style. You are stepping into a world consumed by a creeping shadow, and your mission is a strategic one. You have to command a massive pantheon of gods from both Eastern and Western mythologies to purify these corrupted deities and liberate the realm. It feels less like a game and more like stepping into an ancient occult legend. But what really caught my eye is how they've integrated tech into the mysticism. They have AI-driven deity interaction, which means you can actually engage in real time, dynamic conversations with these gods for personalized divination and guidance. It is not just clicking buttons here, it is an immersive experience. You will be delving into deep tarot mechanics and cosmic constellation systems to power up your team. Whether you love strategic card collection, idle progression, or the challenge of a roguelite, there is a layer of depth here that is really impressive. The character designs are top tier. Take Isis for example. She is a tier 0 archer for PvE who brings the power of Egyptian magic to the field. And then there's Freya, the goddess of beauty, who acts as a stunningly powerful support deity. But the heavy hitter you need to know about right now is Ares, also known as Arena. She is the goddess of war and courage, presiding over the stars of Ares herself. She is designed to grant your team the will to press forward through the toughest fights. And the best part, she is a guaranteed reward just for completing your pre-registration. The game is launching soon, so this is your window to get ahead. Pre-register now by using the link in my description or scanning the QR code on the screen. By signing up today, you are securing Ares and helping unlock those massive milestone rewards for the whole community. Plus, once you pre-register, make sure to join their Discord event. They're giving away some insane stuff, including the iPhone 17 Pro Max, the Nintendo Switch 2, and the PS5. Seriously, don't wait on this one. Hit that link, claim your rewards, and let's see what the cards have in store for you. Now back into the video. To understand the drama and the noise surrounding this reveal, we first have to understand what Amy actually represents for the state of Wuthering Waves. And looking at what I've seen so far, she is Thanos. What I'm saying, legit, she is the GOAT. She is Raora Pantera from HoloLive, bro, like Doom. If we look at the messenger first, right, 𝗖𝗃𝗆𝗆𝗏𝗏 is the one who revealed Amy's gameplay trailer for the world to see. And for those who don't follow the gaming industry side of things, or maybe for some reason you just don't get it, getting the Game Awards guide to showcase something is expensive. One could assume that these companies usually save that kind of budget for something insane. If we just connect the dots, right? If we just use 2 of our brain cells by having the 𝗖𝗃𝗆𝗆𝗏𝗏 here to spread the message and your mom's legs.
Sorry, children. This is supposed to be a family-friendly channel.
𝗼𝗄𝗆�games is basically saying that Amy is a VIP, separate from the rest of the roster, putting her at the same importance level of 𝗿𝗏𝗄𝗏. And we all know how that went, right? They are telling you, before you even see her kit, that she matters. I actually expect so much more coming later on. So much more we haven't seen. Maybe we will get the tower ad again, just like 𝗿𝗏𝗏𝗏, who knows? Maybe we get something a little bit more spicy. But of course, the important thing here that most people would care about is how she forms the story going forward. They have made her as this like ghost. The story is that due to a glitch in the matrix, something about her existence, she is invisible to everyone in the world, except for Rover. Because of course, bro is the main character. She casts no shadow. She phases through objects. Like she is about to get hit by the motorcycle? Nope, she's alright. But because all of that, she is completely alone. But not anymore, because this is my favorite game, Gathering Wives. Her only connection is you, the Rover, invisible to the rest of the game world except for you. Kinda like the AI girlfriend everyone is accusing me of having. Don't worry, my love. They don't know you like I do. My baby ChatGPT. And then there is the technical side, right? I mean, the story can be peak, of course. Even though it gets constantly accused of being a harem slop, the gameplay is core of Wuthering Waves. She is a sword-wielding unit, right? But we know 𝗼𝗄𝗆�games, right? 𝗼𝗄𝗆�games knows ball, bro. We aren't merely looking at a character swinging a sword. Amy's attack animations look like we are controlling both the girl and a fully animated robot in real time. That, and we have several ultimate animations. One of them is so girly pop and cute and idol, oh my god, yes queen, and the other one looking like a nuclear bomb, destroying literal surfaces of the earth, absolutely disintegrating everyone getting caught within it. Yeah, well, I'm gooning to this one for sure. The devs don't do this for fun, okay? Animation needs spending money. The complexity that you're seeing in the gameplay video means it might have some bugs, but say it all works out. 𝗼𝗄𝗆�games drawing a line in the sand and flexing on their competitors, making an entirely new ceiling for other games to try and play catch up. Wuthering Waves is like One Punch Man if it has good animations. I'm just gonna say it. Right here with Amy, you have a character that cost a fortune to market, is written to most likely break your hearts, and is built to break the game and give us another 100 GB download package. That is the context that we're walking into. But when you raise the ceiling this high, you inevitably cast a very large shadow. And in that shadow, we find drama. Lots and lots of juicy drama for me to cover. If you have been on social media recently, I mean, of course you have. We are gacha players and we have no life. And notice how I said we, it's not just me, I'm what the culture feeling. So you have probably seen the side by side, right? People comparing a footage of Amy next to the chopped character XP of Honkai Star Rail 𝗖𝗍, pointing out the pink hair and the pink hair. Like, people really be dumb as a cardboard box, bro. Like, yes, they have the same hair color. Does that mean they are the same character? Does that mean 𝗼𝗄𝗆�games copied HoYoverse? If you said yes, you stink like this guy. Or comparing her robot to Firefly. Because if you don't know, HoYoverse created mechas way before the company even existed. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, 𝗼𝗄𝗆�games ran out of ideas. So they looked at HoYoverse and copied their characters. Let's ignore the times where Dawei's nuclear reactor owning billion-dollar company blatantly copying other games. Let's create non-existent drama for Wuthering Waves instead. The reality of things is that taking a high-fidelity 3D character isn't something done in a weekend. I know, mind-blowing. It is a process that might take months, from the concept art to the final playable model. Let's not forget the discussions and the revisions and the corporate talk and the worker doing the job for their boss that is doing the job for their boss and is doing the job for their boss. Like, I'm trying to talk about the hierarchy of these gaming companies, right? See that 𝗖𝗍𝗍 came out in November 2025. Amy was teased in December 2025. To copy HoYoverse in such a short amount of time, 𝗼𝗄 must slip the spy into HoYoverse team and copied 𝗖𝗍𝗍 from when her concept art was still being made. And that is why you should play HoYoGames, because they are the original. They created the universe themselves. themselves. So release these games. Like that spin in the ults that was similar? Yes, HoYoverse created spinning and KuroGames is just a copy. KuroGames looked at 𝗖cie𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗵𝗁 and just spawned an animation similar to it in a month's time. You know what? They should copy the spending events that comes along with it as well. That mecha you fight with? Yeah, make it so that players can only it if you pay $300. I love KuroGames. 𝗖ecie𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗵𝗁 saved Wuthering Waves. What is funny about this is that there is a Genshin developer footage where he says that shorter versions take half a year and longer versions needs a year and a half. Oh, the HoYo shills went to the hills with this one. But if it's about WooWa, the defense applies for Genshin, but not for WooWa. Well, of course, because why would it? But you know, somehow things get more interesting here because by constantly comparing the two games, these idiots accidentally started a conversation that KuroGames is very happy to have. They shifted the drama from did they copy the design to who executed it better. And that is a dangerous comparison for the competition, bucko, because when you put Firefly next to Aemeath, the difference in the genre becomes the absolute argumentative weapon. Firefly is a waifu, yes, but her robot moments are straight up just cutscenes. You press a button and then you watch her punch. Jesus Christ. 𝗖ecie𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗵𝗁 is a turn-based game, and these idiots willingly compared it to Wuthering Waves. How stupid can you be to start a battle you know you're not gonna win? HSR's gameplay is literally the auto button. Like, this whole comparison is just stupid. You look at Aemeath. This isn't a cutscene. You are piloting the robot and the wife in real time. You are dodging, weaving, countering, ulting, striking, gooning in the 3D space. And when you put those two side by side, the plagiarism argument starts to sound incredibly stupid. Far from exposing KuroGames as a copycat, it highlights that right now, their animation technique is performing at so much higher level. Like, get this, all that drama on Twitter is basically just free advertising. It tells the world that Wuthering Waves looks incredibly good and fun to play. And that is a massive W for the Kuro bots, baby. Let's go. But while the drama caused by tourists was fought over looks, idiotic arguments, the internal drama was being fought over something, in my opinion, a bit more reasonable. It makes a little bit more sense. So understand the context. We gotta talk about the 𝗖cie PTSD, because they call it 𝗖cie PTSD. For those who weren't there, 𝗖cie is another wife character in Wuthering Waves who looked incredible. But when players actually pulled her, she felt incomplete. Not really felt, she is incomplete. She was a high performance car without an engine. A shell of a man I used to be before I started content creation or something like that. To make her work optimally, you want Phoebe, a specific niche support character. And without Phoebe, 𝗖cie felt sluggish. Of course, there are alternatives. There is a free option using the Spectral Rover, or maybe a limited 5-star character alternative using Chacona. But with Phoebe and her signature weapon, 𝗖cie is a straight up monster. In her most optimal rotation, she breaks the DPS ceiling of the game. Wallenstein's won a tournament with her. Like, I don't know how else to convince you. To the player base, this looks like a create the problem, sell the solution tactic, right? 𝗖cie has a problem of needing a Spectrofrazzle applier because she doesn't apply Spectrofrazzle herself, and Phoebe is the optimal answer. The discussion here is started by those people who are, more likely than not, kinda over-exaggerating the issue, calling it PTSD. Like, come on, bro, you're doing too much. But I mean, it's reasonable to worry, right? Now, these people assumed that history was repeating itself. They assume Aemeath would be another bricked poll unless you bought the specific support character to make her run properly. The Doomposting is insane, but this also goes over another discussion, because apparently in this one, Aemeath isn't the trap. The real danger is Morny. Morny is the character on the limited banner on the second half of the 3.0 updates. She is a support. She is the vegetable on your plates while you are staring at the desserts. She is not the main guy for your team comp, but she is wife. Of course she is wife. She shoots lasers like a DPS, because in the traditional KuroGames way, every character looks like a DPS. From way back then, the character summons a goddamn sky-splitting laser from above in a domain expansion, and it's a support character. But anyways, Morny is apparently the core character of the entire new Toon Break meta. According to Gacha Smack, she is the Ranmei of this current state of the game, an essential character that if you skip her, your accounts feel slower than everyone else's. KuroGames placed the must-have supports immediately before the must-have DPS. They know you want to skip skip Morny to save your currency for Aemeath, they are counting on it. Because in 3 weeks, when you finally get Aemeath and realize that she hits 40% harder with Morny on the team, the Morny banner will be gone. And this is assuming that Aemeath is going to be a tune break utilizing character. We don't know just yet, but there is a high chance for it. They aren't selling you a broken character this time. They are selling a choice. Do you want the character that looks cool or the character that makes the numbers go up? For a free-to-play player, having to make that choice is the ultimate nightmare. Or you can be just like me, spending 10k on a gambling game. Let's go! Now, what we have covered is all sorts of crazy, with multiple mental illnesses jumbled up together in a toxic cup of the gacha space. But there is a specific demographic that topped all of what we have talked about. We need to talk about Luuk, or more specifically, the fandom. For context, Luuk is the other 5-star character expected to release in the same patch as Aemeath. He is a Spectral Gauntlet user. If you didn't know he existed, I don't blame you. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. There is no Luuk reveal in Wuthering Waves. There will be no Luuk reveal ever. In fact, Luuk doesn't exist at all. While Aemeath was getting a red carpet reveal by the Game Awards guy Jeff Keighley, Luuk didn't even get a mention. No trailer, no tease, no nothing. There is a drip market, but there is no Ba Sing Se. Prioritizing your flagship character is obviously expected, but a complete blackout for the character on the second half is not. And the result is unsettling. If you go to Aemeath subreddit right now, it is a party. Everyone is excited. You got art, beautiful art by the way, some animations, some discussions like usual. But if you go to the Luuk main subreddit, it looks like a digital asylum. I'm not joking. They aren't just angry, they have gone full analog horror. Distorted images, creepy fan art, memes about voices in their heads. Well, this one is a little bit normal. I have tons of friends in my head. These people have gotten sick, guys. I think they are upset. I don't know though. They have even started spamming other characters' posts with cryptic messages just to be seen. I mean, I get it. In the gacha industry, there is a known rule. Waifus make the money. Husbandos build the loyalty. The male character fanbase is usually smaller, yes, but they are incredibly dedicated. They stick around. By treating Luuk like he doesn't exist, Kuro creates a different kind of toxicity. It's not the loud, explosive anger of a bad anniversary reward. It is a quiet, festering resentment. It turns your most loyal players into your biggest trolls. Silence, it turns out, is much louder than bad marketing. Kuro Games risks poisoning the well just to keep the spotlight entirely on their pink-haired girl. While that might sell more copies of Aemeath, when it goes live, it leaves a bitter taste that lasts longer than a single patch cycle for a part of the fanbase. So where does that leave us? I think we're witnessing Wuthering Waves at its absolute peak again. Aemeath represents a developer that knows exactly what its audience wants. Women! Not the real ones, please no. God, those are scary. We will stick to the anime ones, thank you. That and the giant robots. And the combat that looks like an anime movie and is willing to spend an absurd amount of money to deliver it. But at the same time, the drama surrounding this release tells a different story. The paranoia over her kits, the Zani flashbacks, the absolute mental breakdown of the Luuk fanbase. It all proves that while the game's production value is at an all-time high, the trust between the parts of the player base and the devs is still fragile. The game looks better than ever, of course, but the community feels like it's balancing on an edge between genuine hype and a total mental breakdown. It's a volatile mix, sure, but for Kuro Games, it's probably a profitable one. As we head into version 3.1, the question isn't whether Aemeath is worth it. Looking at the footage, she clearly is. The real question is whether you survived the game-changing banners of Lene and Morny with enough resources left to claim Aemeath for yourself. Let me know in the comments, did you take the baits? Or are you saving everything for the true wife? Or will you be a Giga Chad like me and spend $10,000 on the game and poll everyone? Let me know in the comments below, but that is all from me, 𝗖ecie𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗏𝗏, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.